Hello. Today I'm going to talk about the V-cubes and the knockoffs of V-cubes, specifically the Shengshou. Now, V-cube was the company that invented the mechanism for square or cubic puzzles above the 5x5x5 model, which was invented by Rubik's, but it doesn't turn very well. So V-cube made a much better mechanism that makes for very nice 5, 6, 7, and eventually 8 through 11 once they release them. But then companies like Shengshou released cubes that are basically a copy of the V-cubes with slightly altered mechanisms. However, the Shengshou puzzles are a lot cheaper, so that can be tempting. I did buy this before I knew they were knockoffs, and it is very good quality. I don't think it's any worse than a V-Cube 6, which I do not own. But, really, V-Cube deserves the money because they're the ones who invented the mechanism. However, Shengshou does deserve credit for a few things that they did with their cubes. Number one, they invented a pillowed version. Now, not to say that they deserve all of the money just for altering the V-Cube a little bit and, claiming it to be their own creation and earning all the money off of it. But they did invent a non-pillowed version, which might be appealing to some people who don't like a pillowed version. So really what V-Cube should do is try to invent their own non-pillowed version, or Shengshou should pay some sort of royalties to V-Cube, but I don't think that's going to happen. Now, the other thing about Shengshou puzzles is that some people are under the impression that because they're the only company that has 8, 9, and 10 layered cubes out, that they're the inventors of them. However, this is not true. V-Cube has already filed patents for these high-order models, but Shengshou produced them first. V-Cube does not like to release too many products a year, but Shengshou apparently has no problem with that. So, basically Shengshou releases them earlier and puts them in non-pillowed versions and sells them for less, and that is why they have so much success. Some people claim that they also have better quality. However, I really don't see much of a difference. I don't have a 7x7 Shengshou to compare this V-Cube 7 to, but I doubt it's any better than this. But overall, it does make sense why you would want to buy Shengshou, because especially for the 6 and 7, they are pretty cheap, although really cheap is not a reason to buy the product that the money should rightfully go to, the original inventor. And also, if you really want a 9x9 or an 8x8, you don't really want to wait 2 years when you could just buy a Shengshou. And while V-Cube does deserve the money, it's really tempting just to buy a Shengshou. So, overall, Shengshou did knock off V-Cube, and they don't really deserve a lot of the money that they make off their cubes, but Shengshou did create a pillowed version, which they deserve some credit for, or a non-pillowed version, and they did get to release the other cubes earlier, which is understandable why some people would want to buy those. However, for something like a 6x6, because it is non-pillowed in V-Cube, and it is released in V-Cube, really you should buy the V-Cube. The only reason I bought this is because I bought it before I had any idea that it was a knockoff. So, yeah, thanks for watching.